Namaste, friends. Today, we're going to do a stretch routine from head to toe. It's going to take us about 6 minutes. Feel free to pause the video at any point to get a longer stretch. First thing you're going to do is point your toes and sit back onto your heels. Then take a deep breath into your feet. Make sure your breath is deep and cyclic. Now lean forward and plant your hands in the mat and press your heels up off the mat and take a breath into your shins. Recover from there. Curl your toes and sit back onto your feet once again. Take a breath into the arches of your feet. Continue with that deep cyclic breath. Separate your heels, lean back, lift your hips, point your tailbone down, and then slowly lower your hips between your heels. Take a deep breath into your hip flexor. Try to make your breath deep and continuous. Lean forward, plant your hands in the mat, and then press your hips up and back into down dog. Wrap your right ankle around your left ankle and press your left heel into the mat. Take a breath into your calf. Then switch sides, take a breath into the right calf. Same thing. Shoot that left leg high, and then bring that left knee behind your left wrist into a pigeon pose. Take a big breath into your left hip. Your torso can sink down. Let gravity do the work here. Switch sides. Right leg shoots high, then your right knee finds a spot behind your right wrist. Let your hip sink. Take a big breath into your right hip. Stay focused on your breath, no pause between inhale and exhale. Roll over onto your right hip, turn to the side and come to a straddle sit. Sit up nice and tall, big breath in, and as you exhale, walk your hands forward until you feel a stretch in your inner thighs. Big breath into your inner thighs. Bring your right elbow to your right knee, left arm reaches high, big breath in as you exhale over to the right. Breathe into your left rib cage. And then switch sides, left elbow, left knee, right arm reaches up, big inhale, exhale over to the left. Breathe into your right rib cage. Recover. Recover. Make your way into a standing forward bend, wide legs. So take your legs nice and wide, big breath in, and let your torso fall between your legs. Take a breath into your lower back. And then walk your hands, and you want to land into a plank position, and then slowly let your hips fall towards the mat. Look up, gaze up, press your chest toward the ceiling, breathe into your hip flexors. And drop your right knee, step your left foot forward. Interlace your fingers on top of your left thigh, press your hips forward in space, breathe into that right hip. Switch sides, left knee down, right knee forward. Interlace your fingers on top of your right knee, press your hips forward, breathe into that left hip. Recover. You're coming to a squat pose next, prayer squat. Let your hips fall to your ankles. Use your palm pressure to separate your knees. Take a breath into your inner thighs. Then turn and sit your butt on the mat in an L sit. Lift your hands high, breathe in, exhale, reach down and touch your toes. Take a big breath into the backs of your knees and into your hamstring. You can point your toes here for a deeper stretch. And then roll onto your back, spread your arms wide, bring your knees to your chest, and then let your knees slowly fall to the left, gaze over your right shoulder. Take a deep breath into your lower back. And then switch sides, knees fall to the right, gaze over your left shoulder. Take another deep breath into your lower back. Recover. Bring your knees to your chest and roll back and forth. Give your lower back a little bit of a massage. Roll forward, cross your ankles, come to a tabletop position. Lift your left arm high, bring that left arm through your right armpit, bring your left shoulder to the ground. Take a big breath into your left shoulder blade. Switch sides, come back to tabletop. Lift that right arm high, big inhale, exhale, right shoulder down to the mat. Take a deep breath into your right shoulder blade. Try to stay focused on your breath in these longer holds. Working our way down our arms. Recover back to tabletop. Take your palms down towards the mat. Let your fingers face your knees and then press your hips back. Find a stretch in your biceps and forearms. And then switch sides. Palms facing up, fingers face your knees, press your hips back. Breathe into your forearms. And then come down to your belly, spread your arms wide, and then roll onto your right hip. Take a big breath into your right shoulder, right pec. And then switch sides, spread your arms long, roll onto your left hip, big breath into your left shoulder, left pec. Recover, press yourself up, come to a seated position, L-sit. Left foot outside of right knee, bring your left hand behind you, reach up with your right hand, big breath in, twist around, gaze over your left shoulder. Hug that left knee to your chest, take a big breath into your lower back. Seated spinal twist. Then switch sides, right foot outside of left knee, right hand behind you, big breath in, reach up with your left hand, exhale, twist around, gaze over your right shoulder. Breathe into your lower back. Recover. That's all I got for you guys. If you want to take a full 1-hour class, whether it's virtual or in person, just go to our website, 3breathswellness.org. Membership starts at just $23.95 a month. Coming up next is a hip mobility routine, also a 6-minute video. Hope you enjoy it. Namaste.